uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, all right, all right. Come on in. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. This is live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. Y'all know what to do. You know what to say. Come on in. I'm looking for my men. Where are you? Where are you, man? What are you? Where are you, man? I'm looking for my man. Where are the men at? Where are the men? Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, man. All right. All right. This dinner time now. Dinner time. We had lunch earlier today. It's dinner time tonight. Want the men to come on in. Talk to me, man. Tell me something good. My. Talk to me. Come on. You already know what it is. It's live, uncut, unedited. Men only, men only. All right, men only. End of the day, tell the truth and shame the devil. Where my man at? Where are you, man? Where are you, man? I see you, Ronnie Johnson. I see you, Yolanda Williams. I see you, Janet B. What's going on? Peggy Gay. Hey. All right, Shirley Lindsay. What's going on? All right, share this live stream, people. All right, Den Flow 40. What's going on? Keena Nicole. What's up, Keena Nicole? My brother, my brother. Men only, men only, men only. I need some call-ins, people. We got to get started early. We got to get we definitely got to get started. Men only. I need some men that's unapologetic, that's not afraid to stand up and be a man. I'm not looking for no baby man. I'm looking for a man. Come on in, man. This is live, uncut, unedited. We don't have no script in front of us. Wherever God takes us, that's where we're going to go. We need men to come on here and talk. Speak, man. I need you to speak. And don't be afraid. Tracy Taylor, hey, how you doing? Somebody said, should we leave? You can stay if you want to. Jay Pay, what's up, bro? You can stay if you want to. I'm talking to men. Now, if you want to snoop on in and come on in, that's okay. And listen, but I'm talking to the men. This is man talk tonight. James Brown said it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman now. It's a man's world. My goodness. It was the men that built the buildings and the railroads and things like that. Baby man, I crack up every time he said it. Yeah, that's right. We want the man to be stood up, stand up. Candy Apple, what's going on? Don Tyson, what's going on? I see you. I see you. It's live, uncut, unedited. Make sure you guys share it on your page. Let me share it on my page. I tell you, I need some men. I'm calling all men. I'm calling y'all out. Come out of them corners. Come on out. Come on out, man. Where you at, man? The women looking for you too. Where are you? Where are you, man? I tell you. All right. Come on in, people. We need about 100 people on here to live tonight. We can pull it off tonight. Because we always talking about the men. And the men going to stand up tonight and be men tonight. We're going to take our authority back. We're going to take our rightful place back. We're going to tell the ladies there's a new sheriff in town. The men, the black man. We're going to take our authority back. We're going to love on the sisters, but at the same time, we're going to take our position as a man. We're no longer going to cower down. Come on in, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. If you are about family, you should come in. I want the men to come in. I need the men to come in and show up and show out. Stand with me, man. If you're a man, come on, stand with me. Stand with me. Stand with me. Don't be afraid. I know your wife is watching it with you. I know. I know your wife is watching it with you. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. She might kiss you tonight. She might rub your back, something she haven't done in a long time after she get through hearing this conversation with these men, with these strong black men. Yes, I said strong black men. Come on in. I need some young brothers too. You don't have to be all old. Young men. Because you need to see this. You need to hear it. You need to hear it. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. All right, I need some men to come on in. Come on now. 44 people on this live. Oh, that ain't good, people. We need more people. That's not good at all. That's not good at all, people. Come on. All right. Black men, your community needs you. Where y'all at, black men? Come out, man. You got the women watching. They watching. They want to know what the men got to say tonight. Well, the only way they're going to find out unless you come on here now. We need the men on here. Come on here, strong black men. It's still early. It's Friday night. Somebody got paid. Somebody in the bar in the lounge tonight. Somebody on a gambling boat. Somebody with their sweetheart tonight. They're not where they're supposed to be at. Y'all know I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. They're afraid. Come on, man. Where you at? Let me get me some water. Give you a minute. Tell the truth and shame the devil. You might be on a date tonight. That's okay. Watch it with your girl. She might rub your back after she hear all this good news. Somebody said they're in the strip joint. They might be in the strip joint, making it rain. Making it rain. So the ladies, they sitting right here like, what are these men going to talk about? What, are they going to bash the women or what? Women, we already exposed y'all this morning, this afternoon. We told y'all secrets. We know. We got y'all formula. We got it. We got it. We told on you this morning, this afternoon. And you got mad. But we still love you. James Brown again, he said it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Something got to be wrong with you if you don't like a woman, man. Something wrong with you. I tell you. It's not good for man to be alone, as the Bible say. It's not good for man to be alone. I tell you. What up, family? Chris, what's up? Mr. Watson, I see you. 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 Somebody said hanging out by the liquor store. That's a knock. That's a knock. Maybe they be at the strip club where the women's stripping at. How about that? Miss Brown, I see you. Leslie Brown, I see you. James Poole, I see you. I see you. My. James said bash them. All right. We don't want to throw darts at the women. Somebody said I'm laying right next to my great husband, but I'm watching. I know you watching and listening. You're my brother. That's right, Chris. We've been knowing each other since childhood. Yes, sir. Did you die, lock up away from the women? I didn't. Okay, I don't know what he meant by that. Somebody said, hey, brothers And sister, one love, one love. All right, one love. I see you. I see you. It's the women hanging out with them. It goes both ways. Okay. All right. All right. They said, Mar, you on the road today. Kevin Thomas said family. It should be family after we get through talking. Come on, people. Come on in. I need more than 50 people, people. Y'all, can y'all share the video on your page at least? Can you do that favor for me? Or can you send it to somebody in the inbox? To your favorite man, to your boyfriend, to your side dude, or something. Send it. I've been on here 10 minutes begging for y'all to share this live video. It's Friday night. Somebody said if a man wants to be a side piece, look, I don't have nothing to say. It ain't none of your business if he want to be a side piece. That's on him. Him and the person. And so us women watching. I tell you, some of y'all on here don't like men no way. You shouldn't be on here no way. You don't even like men. You have nothing good to say about a man. How does the black woman view the black man? I tell you. All right, I'm taking some calls, y'all. Come on, call in now. Let's get some calls. Call in number. We're going to get started. 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. All right, question, black man. How do you think your wife, your girlfriend, your significant other, your fiance feel about you? Or baby mama, we'll go there. Or ex-wife, or ex. How do you think that she really feel about you? And I want to be honest, you don't have to say your name on here. Your voice might get recognized, but you don't have to say your name. Do you think she hates you? She love you? She regret that you guys not together anymore? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Yeah, they shadow banning my shares too. I say they always try to keep me around. I notice when I'm on live, I'm around 50, and I know way more people watching that. Yeah, way more people watching than 50 people. Come on now, 59. Come on. Come on, people. 5 people on YouTube. What's going on? What's really going on? I love our black queens. That's cool. All right, I need some phone calls. Yeah. All right. Come on, call in, man. Come on, call in. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Now, don't wait till I start talking, then want to call in and interrupt me now. Or baby mama. See, I want to call it. Yeah. Some of y'all men are soft. You're soft as butter. You let your woman boss you around and everything. You sit there, she talks to you like you one of the kids, the teenagers. You're soft as butter. You're afraid to stand up and tell her, woman, go mind your business. You're afraid of her. Because you're afraid you can't sleep with her. Woman, if you can get over the lust in your heart, get over the lustfulness, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Because most men know they bow down to women. They bow down to them. Women have a lot of control over some of you men. A lot of control. You living in their Section 8 homes. Somebody said, my ex-wife is pissed off that I don't want her. Woo, that's deep. All right, come on, man. All right, come on, man. Man, there got to be more than 50-something people on here, man. Where my people at? Where my people at? It's Friday night. Put my computer on charge. Friday night. All right. I get some callers. So let's read some comments. All right. Christopher Watson said, no respect for the real brothers. The working man laws have changed. The structure of the black love trucks of the enemy. Tricks of the enemy. That's probably what he meant to put. Tricks of the enemy. Somebody said what the topic is. Black men only. Black men only. Black men only. That's what the topic is. Trick. I figured it out, Chris. That's what the topic is. Black men. That's who I want to talk to. That's who I want to speak to. Women, you welcome to stay, or you can leave. Either or, don't make me no different. I need to speak to the men. I need to empower the men, enlighten the men. I tell you, and leave your emotions and check your emotions before you come on here talking. Period. I tell you. Live, uncut, unedited. Somebody said, well, maybe the men don't like women no more. Vice versa. Maybe the women don't like the men no more. Or vice versa. You got those that out there, some men that don't like women. You definitely got some men out there that do not like women. I tell you, that don't like them. All right, I need some callers. Y'all gonna make me start calling some names out. Somebody said, Mary Clay said it's cuffing season. Okay. Cuffing season. It's all by design. Sperm is a vitamin. You give it away for free. Okay. All women hate us, love us, disappointed in us, but at the same time, proud of us. At the same, okay. Good evening, my dear sister. I'm trying to, my men are afraid to call in. I need some men to call in. 872-297-6389. 872-299-0808. Come on in, man. I've been on here 17 minutes. And okay, I got a man just called in. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I ain't heard from you in a long time. I know you be watching. I know you be watching. Married man now, hard-working man now, calling in. All right. All right, my brother. You're live, uncut, unedited. 0123. I know you're at work, brother, out there on the job. Talk to us.
How you doing, Martin? I just really just popped in so I could laugh. So you was going live. But what was the topic tonight about cuffing season?
Men only. It ain't about no cuffing season. It's about men only. What do you think our wives of our baby mamas and our girlfriends think of us? Some of us. Seriously.
What do they think of us? Well, I think as far as the American woman, so many women are selling themselves to us. It's like they auditioning for a man to take care of them. You know, instead of a mate, they want somebody that's gonna purchase them in a sense. You know, and men are dating women's bodies, the women are dating our pockets. That's just the way it is now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No real love, you say. You say no real love in the
No real love at all.
No real. Tina Turner.
No love at first sight, none of that.
Tina said, what's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? So a lot of women, they go along with a song. That's serious.
But let me just say one more thing. What happened to the walks in the park? You know, the type of dates you would take a woman on where you have to spend no money. You know, like maybe a picnic or, you know, going to the museum or the zoo. Nowadays, it's straight. They don't even want to go to the Cheesecake Factory no more. They want to go to an ultimate steakhouse.
at our expense, huh? But,
yes, sir.
But let me just say this. Man, if we wasn't so lustful, we wouldn't have to, we wouldn't, a lot of things we wouldn't even get caught up into. You know, we would not be caught. It's the lust that gets us. It's the lust that make us go to the strip club. It's the lust that make us buy sex. It's the lust. That's what it is. You wake up in the morning, you all on hard, you ready to jam in something. It's the lust. If we can get over the lust, it would make us better men. We can't give ourselves to everybody. Men just can't do it. There's a devil out here that's trying to destroy us, black men. Look at our women. Our women are saying that they don't need us for nothing. Seriously. And the ones that that's not saying it, they showing us. So they might as well just say it out their mouth. They only want us when it's convenient. When it's convenient for protection. Real talk. You didn't got into an argument with a man and told a man what you gonna do to him. Now you want to run to get your man, get your husband or your boyfriend and put him in some type of position. And if he don't stand up for you, now you thinking him a coward. But you went out there and ran your mouth and threatened that man and told him what you'll do to him. Now you running and go back and get your husband. Now you putting him in a position, a compromised position, that it might cost him his life over a simple argument that you didn't have no business arguing with another man.
That you could have walked away from.
That you could have walked away from. Men only now. Men only. That's what I'm talking to. I'm talking to men. I'm going to pretend like the women ain't even on this live. I'm talking to men. I'm talking to men only. And see,
but
men,
you got a lot of men that's willing to risk their life for these women too, Martin.
You say there's a lot of men out here that do that?
That's willing to risk their life for a woman. Either a woman they just met, especially a woman they've been with for a few months.
And don't know nothing about her.
Don't know nothing about her. It's like when some guys start when they see a woman, they start seeing hearts immediately. They just automatically fall in love. You don't know the lady's past. You don't know her future. You don't know her goals. You don't know what she got ahead of herself. She can have 10 different kids with 10 different baby daddies, and you still think that you're going to be number 11 and you're going to change everything she's been through.
Mm-hmm. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Some of these women come with a Carfax, Martin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't, listen. I love the black woman. I love the black woman, but we're going to have to get an understanding. Understanding is the best thing in the world. It's the best thing in the world. It's the best thing in the world. Real talk.
And then they get mad at all these rappers and these rich folks that when they start dating or get married, they married to a white woman or Hispanic woman.
That's what I want to talk about. You gave me a good point. Now, listen. You gave me a good point. I had that discussion today too. Now, brothers, black men that was raised by black parents or one parent, single parent, or their auntie, and they go out and get a white woman. Now, when our black women have this attitude and say they don't need a man, but you get upset when you see the brother with a white sister or another race. You get upset. Now you got to make up in your mind, do you need a man? Do you want a man or what? You can't be mad at that brother. And I don't race mix. You can't be mad at that brother. You didn't want him. The brother went on and got him a white girl, got him a Hispanic, an Asian girl, a Latin girl. Real talk.
He found somebody that was going to cater to his needs. That was going to cater to him as a person. A lot of it. Now, I love black women. I'm married to one, so I'm not. But I look at it from all different perspectives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some of these black women are not willing to submit.
Mm-hmm.
and they have nothing to bring to the table.
Yeah. So
They feel like, okay, you're gonna take care of me. I'm gonna take care of the kids, which I don't think you should be rewarded for taking care of your own responsibilities. But hey, whatever works in your household.
But I will say this in the defense of the women, that I took care of my children for like 3 years, 3.5 years, something like that. And it is a job. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Man, you guys don't know. I'm telling you, getting up, changing their clothes, make sure they take a bath, doing their homework, taking them to the doctor. Man, that's a job. Keeping the house clean. I had to do that for like 3 years by myself, 3 to 4 years, and it was rough. Combing their hair. I didn't know how to comb no hair, and it was rough. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So, man, I got to take in defense of the women on that, because it's a rough job, man. I know it don't seem like, baby, you at home all day, you ain't do this, but it's a job taking care of these children, man, because these children, man, you got to cater their need. They whining, they crying. You got to change their pamper. You got to see what's wrong with them. They want some attention. Then you got to fix food for them and put them in, let them take a nap. So that is a job. I ain't going to lie. That is a job. That is a job. It's a woman's job, though, but it's a job. It's a job. So go ahead.
But see, that's when you start giving out gender roles. It's not a woman's job to take care of your kids, because as a man, you're supposed to be there for your child. See, that's why I have no problem with going half on everything, because I'm gonna be there throughout half of the house duties with the kids. I don't have no problem changing diapers. I'm taking that responsibility off you. That way, I'm not expecting you just to go out and work 12 hours and then come home and keep the house clean and tend to the kids. No, that's asking too much. You got to be willing to wash a couple dishes to make sure these kids get to school. Go to some of these parent-teacher conferences and you know, just go half on everything. Go on half on life. Taking some of that, making it easier on your mate, which a woman should also be willing to do for you. Now, let me ask you this one quick question, man. If I'm a man and I'm taking care of my kids, I'm cooking for myself and keeping my house clean, and I'm paying all my bills, what can a woman provide for me other than compassion?
Well, listen. The scripture said it's not good for man to be alone. That's what it says. Now, personally, I can cook, I can clean, I can wash my own clothes, I can do all them things for myself. But I can't be a companion to myself. I mean, I can't be a companion to myself. I mean, there's not too many Pauls around here. Paul chose not to have a wife. You know, it's not too many Pauls walking around here. You know, companionship is, man, that's on a lot of top people lists in life. Companionship. Seriously. Companionship is serious. It's serious. Something we ought to take serious. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's true. But but do I think it's mandatory that you have it? It's not. Is it a necessity? No, like you said, some guys can't live without it. So I'm just saying that to say a lot of women got to bring more to the table than just their body and a lot of extra baggage. We ain't in those times no more. Everything going up, the price of the cost of living going up. You know, everything's through the roof. So you got to find you a partner that's willing to go half on life with you. That's willing to get down in the mud with you when time desires, and not just a piece of eye candy that you can have on your arm when it's time to look good. No, when we looking bad, I want us to be able to get out this hole we in, you know?
Well, Don Tyson said you need a spiritual connection too, besides companionship. I agree with that, Don.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely need. And I'm going to tell y'all might not agree with me, but it wasn't designed for the woman to go out there and work 8 hours a day. It was designed for the man to go out there and work and be the provider. That's how it was designed. So when a woman have to go out there and work 8, 9, 10 hours and come home, tend to the baby, that's stressful. That's a lot of wear and tear on her body, on her mind. That's a lot. Now, I know we're not living back in the ancient days. I understand it take 2 incomes probably to make it in this life. I understand that. So it wasn't designed for a woman to be working. like that, a full-time job and all that. But we do have women work. Just keeping it real, brothers. I got to tell the truth now. We're not trying to bash nobody. This is not a gender war, but we got to tell the truth on here and shame the devil. We got to take back.
I just want to run something by you real quick.
Go ahead.
I had a friend of mine a few years back, and he was a provider, a very good provider, and he was taking care of his wife and put her in a position where she didn't have to work, and he finally got sick, and he ended up dying. And his wife was in let's just say she was in a shambles because of the fact she didn't know how to actually get out here and do anything because she had depended upon him so long that when it actually came down to it for her to survive with the kids, that she couldn't make it. Even with it, he had life insurance and everything, left her a lump sum of money, but that only lasted for so long because she didn't know how to manage the money. She didn't know how to keep the money flow going. And the only thing left for her to do was to go find another guy that was going to provide for her. And that's what she ended up doing.
Okay. Well, did you see something wrong with that? Is something wrong with that?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Definitely wrong with that.
What? Tell me what's wrong with that.
Because
he dead.
What's wrong with that?
He dead. What's she supposed to do? Just sit around and grieve and grieve and grieve and don't do nothing? She still got life in her body. Her husband dead.
Which is true. It's not the fact of her moving on, no. But the fact of you being able to take care of yourself in the meantime and not getting and going and getting the man you want instead of the man you need that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know how to maintain and that's my issue.
Now a grown woman should know how to balance a checkbook, know how to pay the bills, manage the money. That ain't got nothing to do with working. And she should know how to do that. And husband and wife, both of you guys supposed to have life insurance on you guys. So if something happened to one, the money can keep coming. That's companionship. That's real talk.
Sure.
That's real talk. Those are life skills, somebody said. They are. I mean, paying the bills. A woman should know how to, okay, the man bring the money home. Okay. Now, he said, here, baby, we got $3,500 in the bank. Need you to go pay the mortgage, the light, the gas, make sure to get paid. And right now, stuff like that, you could pay that online. You don't have to do the old style liquor envelope, drop it in the mailbox. You can do that right online banking. Pay for that. So when I say a stay-at-home mom, that don't mean she a dummy. I mean, she can go to class, learn, still go to school. That's where I'm looking at it. I don't think a stay-at-home mom is a dummy or stupid. There's nothing wrong with making sacrifice for your children. Your children are your best investment. And that's the problem today, that we got too many parents that's away from their child 12 and 16 hours a day, and they don't know their child. And when a teacher walk up and tell them, hey, your child out here cussing, and the parent not trying to hear none of that. We got a new caller. I hope it's a man. 1652. 1652.
Brother Martin, yes, it's a brother. It's definitely a man.
Thank you.
But listen, to answer your question, my children's mother, my ex, I don't know if she ever loved me. I know she don't now. And come to figure out, I'm trying to question and see did she ever love me in the first place? It didn't work out. It didn't turn out. But then when I look back on the situation, the 5, 6, or 7 men after me, it didn't work out. So it gave me some solace, like, maybe it was her, because she was just a difficult person to get along with. Maybe it was how she was her upbringing, or her role models in men, or her relationship with her dad, or her lack of her relationship, or sometimes listening to her mothers and aunties. talk down on a man because they had bad experiences. But women live what they experience and acquired learning. But yeah, she didn't. I feel right to this day she never really loved me, and that's okay because this brother loved himself.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's dangerous when a woman says she don't need a man. And I read some of the comments. One of the sisters, she don't need a man. But here's the thing: I need a woman, and a woman definitely need a man. And usually the women that have that mindset, I don't need a man, they don't have a man, don't want a man, can't keep a man,
Ain't never been married
or she's just lying.
or never been married.
'Cause they lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but they'll lie. They'll say something and don't mean it deep down inside because, women definitely care about what another woman thinks. They may say they don't, but they definitely are concerned with what somebody thinks and what somebody will say. They definitely are concerned about that. But it's dangerous for a man to say he don't need a woman, and it's definitely dangerous. It's dangerous for a woman to say she don't need a man either, because it doesn't make sense. If you have that mentality, you don't need a man, you won't have one. So that energy you putting out, the brother's going to get up and go.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get up and go. But my ex, I question myself. Because this woman, I asked her one time, I said, you hate me? I don't hate you. I said, yeah, but we can't have a conversation. You like to argue, you like to accuse, you want to point fingers. And then when she was pointing fingers, I gave her an example, a return example. I'm like, that was all you. You accusing me of what you were actually doing.
Mm.
So she couldn't, she had to shut down. But, I'm looking at 5 or 6 different guys after me. I'm like, oh, no, it wasn't me. It was that woman. So, maybe something, growing up, I know she didn't have her father didn't live with her in the household, but she knew her father. Her father had left, her mother for another woman, woman that was of a different persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
She was a Caucasian woman. So I don't know what happened, but I tell you one thing: she put me through hell, and I knew any other guy behind her wasn't gonna last long.
Mm-hmm.
And when I met them, because I met a few of them, because her and I have children, so
Mm-hmm.
I have occasions to run into them, and when I go over to the house, and I just say to myself and shake my head and shake his hand and say, "Brother, be strong."
Mm.
And he probably had a perplexed look on his face, like, "Why is this man telling me to be strong? Just keep living. You'll find out." And none of them laughed. And I said, "It's her." So, yeah, there was no love. I guess there was no love found, and there was no love lost. But that's not every situation. But I just, I wish, since we men are talking, I just wish our sisters didn't take on the mindset of the mentality that they don't need a man.
Mm-hmm.
Because, to form a bond of love, you're going to need a man. And none of us got here without a man or a woman. None of us got here.
Mm-hmm.
Women carry the baby, but the seed of life comes out of a man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The determination of a sex of male or female comes from the male sperm.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate women. Will never diminish their role in the bearing of life. But the seed of life comes out of a man first.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to balance this stuff out. It's interesting when we put male against female, female against male, but I guess times in society have changed, my brother, because, I guess when our parents and grandparents are growing up, you didn't find too many women who would probably say, I don't need a man. But now that they're working and they got a job, yeah, but that money can't do what a man can do.
Mm.
And it doesn't even have to be about sex. Money can't love you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a tangible object, you know, but it doesn't, it can't personify a human. It can't replace. People chase money all the time. They blow their brains out and live an unhappy life. But when you find a companion, then your life is much more fulfilled. But, you know, I want to see how many more brothers feel about that, you know, since we're talking about the brothers tonight, and we finally have our time and our space.
Right. And I want the
you
brothers.
Know, be leery of sisters who say they don't need a man. That's a woman you run from.
You better run.
Run from her until she get herself together.
Run, brother, run. That's right.
But if she telling you she don't need you, take that her word, believe her. So if she don't need you, better believe you don't want her. Soon as she uttered those words, I don't need a man. Brothers, run from her. Take her word to be truth. Because if she don't need you, you definitely don't want her.
That's true. You definitely. And I find out most women that talk like never been married. Never been married. All they say, I've been proposed to. Never been married. Never been married.
Yeah, because never been married, but you know, saying don't need a man. Because you don't find a wife saying that. You know, I don't need a man. You know, but you know, it's always when it don't work out, you're always no good. They say stuff they shouldn't say sometimes. I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah,
but you know, the fellows talking tonight, they say things that they shouldn't say. And one thing about a word, once you pronounce it in the universe, it's out there. You can't take it back. You can't swallow those words back. That's why the Bible said the tongue is the smallest member, but it's deadly. But, you know, I always, you know, the preacher would always chuckle across the pulpit and coming up, and saying that, the women saying that, he's no good. He's a deadbeat. I wish I had known. And the preacher would yell back and say, well, he was good that night. So that was a time when he was good. But, you know, my ex, I didn't feel the love. And I thought it was me until I saw that the fifth or sixth guy that she dated behind me, they didn't last. They didn't make it. And you know, it wasn't one of those situations where she had Section 8 or she had the job. The only woman I ever lived with was my mother and my grandmother. I never lived with a woman. I always moved a woman in with me. Because I wasn't going to hear these words, get out. I told myself as a young man, a woman will never tell me to get out. Because I'll never live with her. Now, a lot of brothers have heard that, get out. So, you know, you go back home to your mama, get out of here, go back to your girlfriend place. No. The only women I lived with was mama and grandma. And I was young. So you got to start off living with a woman. But when I became a man, since 21 years old, I bought my house, got a mortgage on it, and have always moved. When I was dating, I would bring a girl to my home. I didn't go to no hotel. I had my own place. And when I got married, I moved her in with me. But, you know, and when it didn't work out, I remember I was pleading with her one time. And I'm glad that the fellas are talking. You know, when it was going south and it wasn't working and it was really, the relationship was coming to an end, I sat back and I said, you know, don't do this. I said, we got to work this out, because I had a picture in my mind. I had an ideal in my mind. I wanted my son and daughter to see their dad at home every night. And I wanted that to work. And I just didn't have a quote unquote ride or die. I didn't have one of those who would, who would just stick with me on that. And I remember her mother told me, "Oh, just go find you another family, or just go make another family." I didn't. I stuck with 2 kids. I stuck with a son and a daughter. I didn't want any more. But it's an experience, man. But I would never date a woman, and I'm successful. You know me personally. I'm anonymous right now, but you know me personally. I'm successful. So I stay away from women who say they don't need a man. Now we dating and we're at dinner, and as soon as she has a hint or she verbalizes she don't need a man, that would be the last time I will see her on a date, because she's already telling me the red flag is there. And it's interesting that you and the other brother brought up lust. That's interesting. I equate that to the scripture. When I was a child, I spake as a child. When I became grown, I put away childish things. Lust is a youthful indiscretion. And some of us men, some of us brothers, we never grow out of that, Mark. We never grow up. Because you got to mature out of that stage. You got to want more from a woman than just her body. That mind is more important, and you know that, Martin, as you get older. So if you lusting, that's that 20 and 30, activity. I mean, you gotta leave that alone. You gotta grow from that, or else that Jezebel is gonna give you hell. So some of the brothers put themselves in a situation where they gotta leave their mama and they can't stay with their sister. And they got 2 or 3 women that they've had kids by, and some of us made poor, decisions when we were younger. We got felonies, not just 1, 4 and 5, and it's hard for a company to trust us because we done robbed 2 or 3 banks. So they taking a risk hiring you, and you get in there and rob the company, but rob a coworker. They have an obligation to protect those whom they employ as well. So we go get some of us brothers go, if we're part of that population, we go live with a woman. She's on public housing or Section 8 voucher, and Section 8 don't want you. You can't be on their lease if you're a felon anyway. But we skirt the rules. We're good at skirting the rules, and the women gonna help us skirt the rules, because the same one that's saying they don't have a man, you better believe they fooling around with one somewhere. But like you said, brother, we living off of her Section 8. We, what I'm saying, or we'll go and get Link and SNAP benefits and say, here, this is my contribution. This is how I'm contributing. And sometimes it works like that. But I was fortunate, I would say, and at 21, I had my own, and I'd never had to be in a position where I had to go live with a woman, and she's going out to work, and I'm sitting on the couch
playing video games or something.
I heard your elegant speech earlier. How it wasn't designed for the woman. I accept all of that. But my personal thing is, we both got to work and we both got to rear those kids, because speaking from my own marriage, my own situation, their mother, my daughter, would cry, Martin. And I take my hat off to you, because you were a single father doing it for a while, alone by yourself. But we would sit there in that bed in that room. My daughter was little then, probably within 3 to 6 months, something like that. But she would whine. You know how they do. Every couple of hours, they're whining. So I hear her. I hear her. I look up. I turn on the little light lamp on the light stand. I look over at the mother. She knocked out. Don't move. I looked at my baby. I get up. I'm going to the crib, getting her bottle or putting her pacifier back in her mouth or seeing if she wet or, something from the diaper need a change or something. But I'm up. I got her, trying to rock her, trying to console her till she go back to bed. So we both did that. But letting her stay home, no, we both have to go out and do this. We both got skin in the game, as the old folks would say. We both got skin in the game. So I guess if you decide to leave, I don't feel like I just was taken advantage of. And if I decide to leave, she got some equity in this relationship too. So that have always been my thing. I was a young man. I said, you know what? I want me a career woman. She got to work. We got to do this together. Because, we men talking. A lot of brothers go to work and a woman stay home, but, she got a visitor. And it can happen when she go to work. It can happen when she go to work, too. It can happen. It can happen. So I don't look at issues in the beginning or look for issues. If they happen, we cross that bridge when we get there. But I love my sisters. But one thing I'm not going to do is let a sister little boy me or make me feel or try to treat me less than a man. That's not going to happen. And a lot of women will do that. Now, I don't believe in striking a woman, but I believe in leaving her alone. I don't have no problem. See, I told you it early in the conversation, I grew up. That lust, if I'm lusting so much over her, I know how to go find another woman to go lust over. So I'm not controlled by sex. Especially when I had this woman plenty of times. I'm stuck on sex. So I walk in, if I walk in and saw a woman cheating, yeah, it'll hurt. But I can move on. I'm not going to kill her or the gentleman or the dude. I'm not going to please. It happens. It's life. It happens. The serpent tricked Eve. It happened.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So, it can happen. But, man, what do you think about a woman who says she don't need a man? What's your opinion about that?
I'm running from her because I already know she messed up in the head. I'm running from her.
And you're going to believe her then.
Yeah,
so you're going to believe her and get on up out of there.
I'm like Maya Angelou. When people show you who they are, believe them. I'm gone. Yeah. Because
you better believe her.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to believe her. Because when you speak that in the universe, like you said, it's out there. It's out there. And when I meet women.
She's telling you.
Yeah.
She's telling you. So she's letting you know this going to go south. And she's letting you know that she's willing to make it go south. Because she's letting you know in the door, I don't need you. And a man loves to be wanted.
Yes.
So as soon as you show us that we're not wanted or welcome, let's get up out of here. This woman don't need me. Now we take advantage of women for sex, but women take advantage of men for sex too. That's why they have so many. That's why they got one on the side. It's about sex. And then money, if he can give her any money. But
brother, you spoke volume. This Miss Men on it tonight. You spoke volume. Listen.
Yeah, this the brothers talking.
This is the brothers talking. Women, if you don't like it, you can go to another page, another live. Don't make no difference. That's us talking tonight. You might learn something if you listen. You can learn something.
And we love black women. I'm talking about love them.
Yes.
Now this is not from a point of view where we don't like women. Please, we love our black women, but it's dangerous for a woman to say she don't need a man, because you're not gonna find too many men that say I don't need a woman. We just don't say that.
We just don't say that.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
But I hear women say that. You run through occasion with women. I don't need a man. I don't need a man for this. Yeah. But Martin, you can't.
And you know what? Let me say this.
You ran into men who say they don't need a woman.
Yeah. Let me
man
say
says that, Martin?
Brother, let me say this. And when women that say that, they point to their degrees, They point to their automobile, their home, their job position or something. They point to all those things. And they point to all those
still
things.
Lonely.
Still lonely. Go home to a lonely. When
Yeah,
it's time for a Christmas party, you don't have you got to rent a man. You got to rent one. Oh, this is my
they
friend.
going to the psychiatrist because they can afford it. Now they got to go to counseling.
Yeah.
What's wrong, psychiatrist? I got my degree on the wall. I'm making $100,000 a year. I got my home. What's wrong? Why I'm depressed? And what about that other void in your life?
Right.
Where's your companion?
I don't want to hear that stuff to tell my women been dogged. Every woman have not been dogged. Trust me. Every woman have not been dogged. Let me take this next caller real quick. 912. Come on, caller. I think that's Sarge.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna stay on.
Okay,
yes,
come on, Sarge.
What's going on?
Go ahead, man. Men only. Men only, Sarge.
Yeah, the brother's so on point. There's only one thing he missed.
Uh-oh. Help him out.
I'm going to help you out, brother.
Mm-hmm.
See,
yes,
they don't got to go to a psychiatrist and psychologist and all this other stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what they do, brother. And argue me that I'm wrong. They get on that phone, dial them little 7 numbers, and then Hot Pockets answers the phone. Oh, Hot Pockets, Pikachu. Him downstairs is her counselor. Him's her best friend. Him's her when she got to go to a doggone company party just for the sake that she ain't all by herself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they get them. They got that him downstairs. Now tell me I'm lying.
Yeah. Hold it, Sarge. Hold it. I see something I got to address real quick. Miss Juanita Andrews. It's a lot of men. It's on the down low, so it's a shortage of men. Listen. Let me say this.
Please just spill
that.
That myth.
Listen,
that's
sister,
a myth that somebody bought into. Just spill that myth.
That is not right. That is not correct at all. Trust me. Just say you can't get no man. Because there's some women out here that can have a man and that haven't been having a man. I know somebody right now, a woman on this live right now, been married 20-some years. Right now, as I speak. Trust me. She is a professional. Her husband is a professional. So there are men out here. Maybe you can't find a man that you desire, or maybe he can't find you, one or two, but there are men out here. And all that down low, every man is not gay at all.
That's interesting because you don't find brothers saying if they're still looking for a mate and haven't found it yet. We don't have that mentality. Oh, we can't find one because they all dykes. They're all gay. We don't have that mentality.
Can I finish?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Just like you don't have brothers saying we don't need women. See, these women got to deprogram their mentality, how they view men, look at men, respect men, and see men.
Now, see, we men on here, and I don't use certain words. I use the code word like Hot Pockets or him downstairs.
Right.
Now, ain't none of us him downstairs, sirs. Sis. We ain't on that. We all know women, they got that one good him downstairs friend. And whenever she have a problem, she gonna call him up because she know every time some woman, not every time, but it's been hellacious times that best good girlfriend that she told all her business to, when the love boat hit the rocks, that's the first woman in her man's bed. So they know they can't trust each other.
Yeah.
So they gonna get one of them, which I ain't got no problem with. I mean, I'm like, do you and be great. But they're still using a man. They're using a man for the male portion of what you need
but you ain't really got to give all you got to give to keep it. See, it's a temporary fix. It's a Band-Aid. So they use them dudes as Band-Aids. They got, I want to go to this party, but or concert, but you know, the men be out there, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
They want to feel protected.
Hold it, Sarge.
So
hold it. Sarge, hold it. Now, Juanita just said everyone is suspect, including your sons. They're suspect too. It's been down low, and your father and your brothers. Are they suspect?
That's a sister that needs some help, man.
Yeah.
That's the sister that needs some help.
Are they suspect
She's
too as well?
crying out. She needs some help.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's a terrible thing.
Yeah, see, and that's what they do. See, that's that lashing out on men. Because, see, I know a few women thought they had a real one, okay? And it being Veterans Day, let me tell this story. Well, we had this one you talking about. She's a bad mamma jamma. Man, we was like, damn. Now I'm gonna be brief.
Because I got another caller. He's been holding on for a long time. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna be 30 seconds. The woman left base early, went home, heard all this racket going on, did that sister thing, grabbed a knife, run to the bedroom, she gonna cut somebody. Her husband in there with some dude. So maybe Juanita been hoodwinked.
Yeah, she got some issues. It's coming out. She's venting. She has issues. She has problems, but she got to go get some help and fix herself before she even get on the dating scene, because she's going to repel men. They're going to run away from her. You know, so she's looking for this and that in a man, and the man is turning around looking for this and that in a woman. So she has to humble herself, and she has to deprogram her thought process and how she looked at men. Once she does that, you know, she could be able to attract somebody, her companion in life. But she got some deep-seated issues that she got to work out when it comes towards men. And then once she get a healthy perspective, she'll attract the right person.
Okay, 40069. This new caller, 4069. I know you've been there.
How you doing?
All right, brother. I don't know what's that beeping in your background. It's killing me, but go ahead.
Hold on, I got something beeping.
Yeah, something was beeping. Yeah, but go ahead. I don't know if it's
still beeping.
Yeah, it's beeping.
Yeah, it sounds like a car door opening or something. You know that ding when your car door open.
But go ahead, brother. Just go ahead. Don't worry about it. Just go and talk. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go and talk, bro. I just want
for somebody. I mean, nobody making the real statement of why our women is saying they don't need a man. You know, you don't do your history. You got to look at history and figure out what happened. What happened was 1968. Before 1968, the male got the check. The male took care of all the business. She couldn't say that she didn't need a man because the man got the check. When they went and got an apartment, okay, when we went to the project, in order for us to get in Rockwell Gardens project, we got in Rockwell because my grandfather was a veteran just getting out the Army. You couldn't just move in the projects. You understand what I'm saying now? Now, after 1968, they gave the projects and all that stuff to single black women. That's when they went to hollering about, I don't need no man, because the government is paying them and giving them the check. Of course, you're not going to need me.
That's real talk, bro.
So you got to tell the youth and people the truth about why people saying that they don't need a man, which you do need a man, because without me, you blow up like a balloon. I'm vitamin to you. My sperm is vitamin to you. It impregnates you. It keeps you from gaining weight. But you don't know that. But go research what I just told you, and you will learn. It gives you knowledge. It gives you all kind of things. I get nothing from you. If brothers charge you for their sperm, we rich. Y'all have a nice day, because y'all giving the vitamin away for free. Then you want to complain. You don't need her. I've been in jail on and off since I was a short. I ain't died. I know people locked up 20-some years, 30 years, all kind of time. He didn't die because he didn't have no woman. So you quit telling a man. Because right now, in the past we living in America, he don't need nobody but himself to get ahead in life because he been looking for other people to help him. He created everything. What are you looking for help for? He created everything. What do you need help for? He don't need her. He created everything. The spoon she eats with, the clock she look at. When she stopped at the light, how she driving the car? Power steering. Who made that? My brothers made that. So you got to think about the value of yourself. Who the first heart surgeon? You. You the one created everything. She ain't create nothing, just like Mav. Look at Mav. What's Mav's name? Pythagoras. Who is Pythagoras? A brother. See, they can't trick me. See, but somebody got to teach who you is. We don't know who we is as black men. We taught lies from 1968. We were signed into a system to where they get to teach whatever they want to teach you so that you can't learn who you is. But who signed you over into that system? Your mother. See, mine dead. If she was here, I'll hold her accountable too. Because you signed me in something that you didn't know nothing about. You didn't know no laws. So when the white man came, or I ain't gonna say white man, when the system came and got me as a kid and abused me, it wasn't the system fault. They were looking at my mom and they were like, y'all don't even know what's going on. Y'all should know the children. People looking at them like, hold on. We can do y'all any kind of way. Y'all sitting there sitting like a leaf on a tree. Won't even say nothing. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. It ain't no system. Our people signed up into something you don't know nothing about. You just got to check. Go read some laws. Go learn something. So the stuff we've been taught since we was a baby is straight lies, straight garbage. Straight garbage. And I can prove it to you. My name is Levante Ozon Burke. Part of the Bud Nigga Truth. So crime to know who I am. I'm telling you the living God truth. You don't know your laws. If you knew your laws, guess what? They wouldn't even be able to lock you in no jail. They wouldn't even better give you a ticket. You signed yourself into this. But see, they ain't never told you this, did they? They told me. Catch up.
All right. Hey, let me say something. We got a new caller real quick. I want to say something. I think we got
brothers are speaking tonight. The brothers are talking tonight.
Listen, this is men only now. Men only. Listen, how do you guys feel about these pastors? They got a church full of women, single women in there. And they waiting on Jesus to come back. And I'm not against that. I come from that. But they need a man. And I'm like this.
Definitely follow one.
Yeah. They need a man. They need a man. I want to say because some of these pastors have became these single women, these single women man. Become their man.
Mm-hmm.
They running your household. Some of y'all got husbands, and you'll listen to your pastor before you listen to your husband. But let's go to this new caller. Area code 630. 630. Come on, caller. I hope you're a man now. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. You're live on Cut Unedited. Come on, caller.
Hey, Martin, how you doing, man?
Oh, that's my buddy. What's going on? What's going on, buddy? Go ahead.
Sitting back listening to the show, man. Once again, we talking about women don't need a man, and I heard your comment about this the lady, a young lady that said most of us are on the down low, and it's just excuses, man. You know, but that goes to show you the mentality and how we are viewed by our women, man. Mm-hmm. And that's where a lot of the disrespect come in. And the bottom line is, you gotta face up to your own decisions. Just because you had 10 guys, 5 guys, whatever the amount is that got you, that female fed up. Those are your choices. You made the bad choice. You went past the nice guy, the guy that would be good for you and to you. You overlooked him. Mm-hmm. Maybe because for whatever reason he didn't dress the way you wanted to. He didn't fit your profile, but you didn't give him no game, no shot. But they keep going for what in their mind, they didn't put in their mind of what they want, or whether it's somebody out the street, somebody scamming, or some females might even go for a work class guy, but she's going for the wrong kind. But they never want to take ownership that the bad choices that you made it.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got no reason to be getting fed up.
Let me say this, my brother. Let me just say this. That's why I don't allow women to come on here and talk about their baby daddy. You chose him. Whether he a bum, whether he a pedophile, if he DL, you chose him. So don't come on here talking about him. You chose him. You live with it. You don't hear me on here talking about damn one of my baby mamas. I chose them. Like it, leave it, love it, whatever. I chose them. So like the brother said, it's your choice. Some of y'all have chose men that go upside your head. Some of y'all have had a nice, lame guy, a square guy that probably don't drink, don't smoke, that bring you flowers, that will pay the bills, and you didn't want that. He was too plain for you. It wasn't no action. You didn't want that. You didn't want that. Here's a man was in the military, come home, his wife got another man in the house. This man out there risking his life for his country, not only for his country, but for his family. To come home and find another man in his house. Come on now. How low can we go? Let me take this other call. Hold on, brothers. Don't leave me. Come on, brother. 6112. I know that's a brother.
The brothers are speaking tonight.
Yeah. Come on, brothers. Men only. 612. Come on, brother. 612.
Martin, to me, it's just the standards is just all messed up. You know what I'm saying, on both sides, but you know what I'm saying, women, how I judge on what type of woman I want to deal with is based on what type of standards she see in men. You have conversations with a lot of women, you know what I'm saying, they ain't got no standard at all. So you got females that like them thugs, you know what I'm saying, but thugs, you know what I'm saying, they don't take care of home. You know what I'm saying? Then you just ask a question concerning, you know what I'm saying, females that's always listening to their past and talking about when they find a man. First of all, if a pastor tells you when you find a man, then he's giving you wrong advice anyway, because man's supposed to find a woman. You know what I'm saying? And when we go out there look for a woman, we got our standards. You know what I'm saying? I think we allow women to hold the expectations of their standards on what they think a man should be in looking for a man. Should no woman be out there looking for a man? But what a woman should be doing is knowing how to be a woman. I mean, it's just totally natural. You know what I'm saying? I think that women with kids, you know what I'm saying, there's just certain type of boundaries of yourself and your character that you will live based on how, you know what I'm saying, you want a standard before your child, whether it's you have a son or a daughter, so when it gets to the point now with me, like personally, I don't believe that a woman should expect so much of a man. I think men should expect so much of women. And I don't believe that women should be in church, you know what I'm saying, listening to pastors talk about, you know what I'm saying, this is what a man look like, because a pastor is not really speaking from the Bible, you know what I'm saying, version of what a man look like. So it's just all messed up and the standards is totally wrong. And everybody's just doing stuff based on what they grew up and they seen. There's no real values in relationships today. So that's what we're seeing dealing with these women.
Okay. 630. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead, my brother Bill. 630. I know I had cut you off. I know you still talking.
Yeah, brothers are speaking tonight.
Yeah. It's a whole big thing, man. But it's gonna take a lot of communication. It ain't all the women's fault, because we do get guys out here that do what they do. And the thing about a man, a real man, he ain't finna play no game. It is what it is, the line. So that's what they hold I see to the fire about lying, and even then, when you tell them the truth, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to accept it. Just like men been telling on here and other places what they like in a woman, or I don't want you to wear this, or that's a little bit too much makeup, or whatever, you know. They don't want to hear it. They still got to do it their way. But it's a man that you not only trying to please on the outside or whatever, but your own man telling you this.
Well, you know what?
All the time.
I believe we as men, you know, this is one thing that we forget. We as men have the power to mold. I mean, me personally, no, I got one woman in my life, but I've always been that type where, you know, I knew how to manipulate a female out of what I wanted from her. You know what I'm saying? And the same person know how to manipulate, know how to mold a female to what you expect. No, females like we talk about females like, well, they do their own thing and they don't listen to men. Well, you gotta understand what type of male is in front of them. Most of these men in front of these females is weak. They just as emotional as these females is. You know what I'm saying? So people, first of all, don't follow weakness, they follow strength. Women don't follow no weak man, they follow strong men. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a strong man coming to a woman, especially a strong woman that's gonna sit up there and make that man want to become better himself, he knows how to mold a woman.
Brother, I think it's a disrespect when we say strong woman, because the opposite of strong is weak. You know, women, we love our women, brother. We love our women. We really do. Black men, we love our women, but they got to take down that thing strong, because when I see this is a strong woman to me, when a woman can control a house and her children. If I see her children out there shooting and killing, now I see your son on legal help firm dead, somebody done killed him because he didn't kill people in the past. That's not being strong. You know, most women think being strong is, I got my own place. You're really not strong if you're getting government assistance. Because imagine if the government take away Section 8, low income, or subsidized. Just take that away. Now what? We have to pay for our own pregnancy, our own health care. We'd be in trouble. Talking about both males and females, we're in trouble. So that strong stuff is to divide us, to divide the man and the woman. Listen, black man, we're nothing without our woman. Our woman is nothing without us, period. At the end of the day, I'm not in competition with no woman. Now, she may be in competition with me.
And that's what the title brings. Just the word itself. When you a man, an alpha male, and it's time you and a family member, male family member, your best friend from a kid or whatever, y'all know the boundaries. But when you start putting masculine words in a conversation, it becomes a challenge to a man. I don't care if you playing cards, chess, and one want to swell his chest up and talk a little crazy. That's how stuff kick off amongst us. So our women got to take that strong out. You don't have to say that you're a strong woman. It's a display, but you also got to know when have a backbone as a woman and as a female, but you also got to know when to have your feminine side and back down for the man, whether he's good to you, but if it's your man and he ain't no good in your house, and that's what you chose, you still got to, and he ain't paying the bill, you still got to back down with that masculine energy. Because that's where all this craziness, guys want to beat up and kill females, you know, because she didn't bring that energy and that strong backbone, and it's a challenge to them.
Mm-hmm.
You belittle them, you belittling them, and you challenging them. So you know what happened when two men cross paths.
Yeah. Let me say this, brother.
Martin, that's like I told.
Hey, hold it, Sarge. I want to say something real quick. Most women, to me, this is just my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm entitled to opinion. Only time that they really respecting a man or consider a man as strong is he making a lot of money or he got popularity, some type of. So if he's not making a lot of money, more than them, or is not popular in some area, they're not really considering him as being a leader. That's just my opinion.
Got a point.
That shows you she ain't got the true values though, because popularity ain't gotta be all in the spotlight. And community popularity could just be your household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And being able to, you know, a breadwinner ain't gotta always be rich. You know what I'm saying? A man is one that's just gonna take care of his family. I believe that the values of these females, like you say, Mark, with you gotta have money, you gotta have like I was saying, you know, growing up, I grew up in an age where he's like, I want me a doctor, I want me a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Those values gone right there. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I want a nigga with some money. And if he a broke, if he a scrub, he ain't. You know what I'm saying? No matter how he got it, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I just want somebody with the money, the value. So what type of career he is, you know what I'm saying? And things like that, that don't even matter no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because women is too busy, you know what I'm saying, trying to stand in those positions themselves. I don't know. But yeah, the value is all messed up in today.
Go ahead, Sarge.
I tell Mark.
Sarge, hold on, Sarge.
Hold
on. Let Sarge go real quick. Go ahead, Sarge. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I told a friend of mine to take them two words out of vocabulary. That's the reason that she was manless and planless. She's talking about something. I am a strong, independent black woman. I said, baby girl, and that's the friend of mine that was listening to your show, Martin. Wish she was listening tonight, because she would say, yeah, he did. I told her, I said, men interpret them words different than what you're meaning them to be when you say it, because I know you. Well, what is it? I said, when you tell a man you're a strong, independent woman, the first thing that you said is you're in competition with him and you don't need him. That's how we receive those words. Strong, independent. If you're independent, then hell, you don't need me. Why am I going to bother with you? You strong? Strength is for competition, survival. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's how I see it. And that's like old girl wanted me to talk about. It's always
going to be challenged.
Yeah, talking about self-love is the best love. Well, baby girl, I hope you got you some good AC adapters, because batteries don't last that long.
Well, actually, I wonder if she's married or not.
See the issues that she got to deal with.
I wonder if she's married or ever been married before. See, you listen, a lot of these women that be talking like that, I don't need no man, some of them ain't never been married before. Never. And they wonder why. They looking at themselves. I got my own house, I got my own car, I got my own money and my job. But no man wants you. No man don't want you. You're too masculine.
Martin, I tell him like my brother used to say, God gave you two good ears and one good mouth. What you use the most of? Yeah. Hello.
1652. Go ahead. 1652. Go ahead.
What they're trying to do is convince themselves. When you hear a woman say she don't need a man, she's trying to convince herself that. It's not that she's just acting out to others, but she's trying to really. There's a fight between in her own mind, and whatever experiences she's had, She's trying to convince herself that she doesn't need a man, but she deep down inside knows she needs a man and knows she wants one. Because you're not going to find a brother to walk around saying, I don't need a woman. I don't care what his experience is with that woman or a relationship with a woman. He's not going to just throw his hands up in the air and come with the conclusion, I don't need a woman. So it's dangerous when a woman says she don't need a man. Leave her, run away from her, but she has some issues that she's bringing into the relationship, and you don't want to deal with that because that's too much. Life is too short. It's too stressful. So she got to get some help on herself, and she got to stop lying to herself because she need a man, but she's lying to herself.
Well, somebody told her that. This three
she was taught that.
Told her that. She was taught that. Either she was taught that growing up, or she had a man in her life that put her through something and let her know, man, I don't want to deal with that, so I don't need no man. After she had kids, and then she probably the third part, she got friends out there who don't want to see her with a man because they can't keep no man. You know what I'm saying? These females, somebody's always putting that. There's a situation.
Well, Hollywood is telling them. Hollywood told them
they have put that inside their mind.
Through movies, and movies is a segmentation of somebody's mentality. And what they do is their imagination. They wrote out a script, and it becomes cliche. It becomes a catchphrase. So they watch these movies. They write these plots in there where the woman had a bad experience. She's liberated from the man. She don't need a man, but she needs a man. So they're getting this from Hollywood, and Hollywood is not your example. Hollywood is not your example of a man. Hollywood is not your example of a woman or a man or a relationship. And
Hollywood,
when women have that mentality, it's dangerous.
Hollywood,
you're not gonna find a man saying he don't need no woman. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. 360.
No, you might find them saying money over chicks.
Hold on, hell, 630. Come on, 630. Go ahead. Go, my bro.
Our culture is the only culture that you really hearing women saying that, you know, they don't need no man, and it's crazy. It didn't start from I never heard my grandmama and auntie say nothing like that, but I believe it started in the 70s, and like the brother said, the system played somewhat a role in it also, but they hollering it more now, the younger generation, and they to piggyback on what one of the guys was saying, you got to have some status, and what you said too, Martin. You got to have some status. I tell my nieces, nephews, females, you want a guy with some status from the street or whatever. But what's the difference if he take you out and give you some chump change here and there versus somebody that hustle, sell top papers and incense, but he gonna take care of you. He gonna make sure that you ain't eating just cause you eat with him. He gonna pay a light bill consistently. But it's this something kind of new in the internet. A lonesome ass cousin, girlfriend ain't helped this situation out, and now we got the internet.
Mm-hmm. And let me say this too. The brother said it earlier, Levante, you know, the steering wheel, the automobile, all these things was made by men, you know, and James Brown said it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Now, I'm not going to exclude the woman. I'm not going to do that. But for a woman to say that you don't need no man, you do need a man. You can't just have no man when it's convenient for you. You can't even make a baby without a man, and a man can't have a baby without a woman. Period. Just can't do it. We got a new caller.
You lie to others, but it's bad when you lie to yourself. A lot of those
I see somebody in the comments talking about I don't need no man but God not even a man.
Yeah, come on now.
There's comments like that.
Yeah.
Strong comments like that. They
well,
he
that's
came and he left as a man.
Yeah, that's that church stuff right there, you know, and that's why a lot of them women slip up and slip and sin and go secretly go get abortion. You know, they do little stuff like that. But let's go to this new caller, area code 319 call. I hope you're a male, no females.
What's going on, Mark?
What's going on, bro?
Listen to us brothers tonight, and you know, I talk to brothers every day.
Mm-hmm.
I've been married for 19 years.
Okay.
So you know, I understand the ups and downs, the twists and the turnarounds on the merry-go-round dealing with our sisters. But one thing when I talk to the brothers, you know, I always let them know. I would say, first, let's talk about us. Let's find a common core of what we need our healing at. You know what I'm saying? Because as men, we are leaders and we lead by example. If we not healed, we can't expect our women to be healed. And even then, once we become healed in certain areas of our life, we still have to be patient and understand that they too need to be dealt with in whatever they're dealing with in their patience, within their flaws. So it's like, I'm 49 years old, and I'm still in a process of healing from a whole lot of generational curses. Some of me don't believe in it, but I'm a living witness. It's real. And the reason why a lot of men don't acknowledge that their healing is because we've been suppressed under that for so long that we didn't hear it. We didn't forget about it. But you don't find it don't really get uprooted into us until we get into a relationship with a female. And then we start clashing with what she got going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's always easy, quick to blame the ex person, but it's always three fingers pointing right back at us as men. Well, we need to go through it. There's a healing that some of us, I'm putting like that. I can't speak all of us. Some of us.
Hold on, I got to stop you on that, brother. Let me help you out a little bit, brother. You're 49 years old. Listen, I understand that we're going through some things, some trauma and all that. But respect is one thing, brother. You have to respect the person that you're with. You're married. When there's no respect, there's no value in a relationship. You building together. You healing together. You crying together. You living together. You struggling together. So, yeah, the man, listen, vote. Brother, listen.
I agree. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. You know, I totally agree with you. But guess what, man? All the time, man and woman is not going to always heal on the same time.
Of course. But listen, when you married somebody, you won. You're not two, you won. In this case, spiritually speaking, you won. Most women don't look at black men as leaders. Ask them. If they really honest, they'll tell you. They don't look at you. They view us as the way the white man view us, as nothing, lazy. And sometimes they say it out their mouth. You're nothing. They give their bosses more respect than they give some of their husbands. I'm telling you, brother. They do that.
True. You know, you tell them
they do it. And we can ask our wives, we can ask our wife in a soft tone voice, baby, could you fix that tonight? I ain't fixing nothing tonight. I'm tired. I've been working all day. Now the boss asks her for something. When you want me to do it? Should I start right now? And we know these things, brother. That's a form of disrespect. I'm your husband. I love you. I provide for you. We provide for each other. See, brother, that's why we lacking it in the black community. In relationship. Now, I ain't talking about the players. I'm talking about the husbands and wives or the ones that have been married before.
Yeah, and you're totally right. And guess what? When I listen, we all have the watch this here, and I talk to brothers all over the United States, different states, and we all have the same story, but live hundreds to 1,000 miles away from each other. So when I witness and experience these things, that let us know that we are under a psychotic or a psychosis program. That, hey, hello, let's wake up to that and let's see where's the disconnect, and let's see how we can be healed from this program that we all up under. It ain't just them, it's us too.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point that I'm making, because
brother,
it starts
let me
at
say
home,
something.
and I'm home.
But let me say something. Let me say
bro?
something, brother. Let me say something. Let me just say something. We wasn't made for the woman. The woman was made for us. Trust me. That's the scripture. That's the principle. We wasn't made for the woman. The woman was made for us. Help me. That's what that is. When she tried to take on a role of a man, it's gonna cause friction, brother. Period. When you display,
what did they get it? What did they get it from?
Okay, hold on, brother. I'm gonna answer. When you take on a subject and say, "Hey, I'm a strong black woman, independent," those are words of that's a competition. Okay, why are you saying you're strong? We're in a relationship, so that means I'm weak. Then we shouldn't be in competition with one another. I understand, brother. Listen, we are so smart. You got some educated black men on this live right now. But guess what? We don't even know how to solve our own problems. We can identify the problems, but we don't know how to solve our own problems. Everybody's smart. But where are the problem-solving people at to help us solve them? Our black men and women, we can't lay down. We lay down, we get together when we lay down together. We cool. But when we stand up, we can't stand each other's guts. We going back and forth. You got women making 6 figures, and I'm not against that. And looking down on the men that's making 5. You nothing. You a bum. We can't talk to each other like that, brother. We can't do that. We can't.
Well, Martin, I could get a brother some insight on the start of it all.
Go ahead, brother.
Can I share something? Can I share something real quick? I'll be real brief with this, because you know what? This would make me different from the rest. Because for one, I'm sick. Well, I don't live as I'm sick, but I live with multiple sclerosis. Okay.
Okay.
So when my wife knew this coming into the door, coming to the game, we was dating. So my journey is totally different from everybody else, and I understand that. But when I speak from experience.
Mm-hmm.
And even with me, there is no criteria when it comes to dating or dealing with a woman choosing a man that has a sickness, because this could have put me down at any day. But it was like that. In periods of me in the 19 years of being married, me living with multiple sclerosis, was that I had to wrestle with some insecurities. Yes, because she was the home. She was taking care of home, but at the same time, I always worked part time too. So it was one of those things. Even though I have this sickness, and I'm wrestling with my insecurities when it comes to being that quote unquote that man that can do that's enabled to do the mainly things around the house. That I wrestle with that bothered me. But by her being that understanding woman that chose this man that had a sickness, she didn't treat me as I was sick. She treated me like I was just a regular person. And that's what made me strive to understand that her journey of her shortcomings in her life as a woman.
Brother, you're a man.
We're gonna deal with things. We're gonna deal with things. We're gonna deal with things coming from these women.
Listen, brother. Even with your disease that you have, you're still a man. You're still a man. You still a man.
But
You may
that's
not
easy,
can't do certain.
that's
but-
easy said than
right,
done, and
but,
we know that.
I
But
know.
guess what?
Okay, brother, listen. You still a man. First of all, let me just say this to you, brother. Thank God you got a loving wife that you guys can work things out. That's understanding. That's compassionate enough. That's a blessing. That's a blessing, brother. We know your situation. Now that you tell us, that's your situation is different, but that is a blessing that you got a woman that's by your side where you fall short at, she pick you up. And it should be like that in every relationship. I tell anybody in a relationship.
He found to help me.
Yeah.
He found that help me, Mark.
That's it, brother. That's it. I ain't got to say nothing else. Help me. That's it.
I can break down the start of it all to the brother.
Go ahead.
Now this is what happened. Vietnam. A lot of brothers came back from Vietnam physically, but they weren't all there mentally. They had a whole lot of problems. So the women that they were married to had to fend for themselves and be the nurturing woman and all of that in the process of. And they got tired. You can't blame them for that, okay? But when these same women were bad-mouthing that man in every way in front of those children, what that happened was them young girls born in the 70s, they had a one bad relationship with a man. See, mama was right. And it made the boys not even strive to be men, because when they became men, they still loved their daddy, even with all his doggone deficiencies. And they had no understanding why mama treat daddy like that. He went to the war and he did, because, you know, boys, when it come to war and combat, you know, they, you know, look at the games that they play. So that's where it all, the great divide started. You see what I'm saying?
Hold it right there. Hold it, brother.
Well,
go ahead, Bill. Go ahead. Then I'm gonna go to new caller. Go ahead.
I want to say, look forum like this is something that black men ain't had a chance. We don't go to therapy, and this is the outlet to, you know, get some things off your chest. You know, get another point of view. Men and women are built different. And just like everybody commented, a woman, especially I'm going to speak of our black women, because that's what I've dealt with, and the only thing that I ever really cared about. In actuality, I ain't never cared about no female but my wife. That's why she is my wife. But the thing of it is, she can get on the phone, or like any other black woman, and vent with her girlfriend, her cousin, and bring up some of mine or another black man's bad points, and she gonna tell them you don't need them and this, that, and other. On the other hand, we don't have that outlet. We might say some small things amongst each other, but we don't go into detail because we too prideful and too ashamed to bring up the exact point. If a man admit that his wife, he caught her in the bed cheating, or she being disrespectful or whatever, when he said to his friends, a co-worker, father, whoever, he about to made up his mind to leave. So most of the time we hold a lot of stuff in, man. Mm-hmm. Two people can work out anything, whether it's two men, two women, or no, I take it back, a man and a woman. It's hard for women to work things out, because once they built different. When they get something in their mind, it's hard to change it. But two people, including a man and a woman, should be able to work anything out. but we hold a lot of things to our chest and suppress a lot of stuff because we ain't got no outlet nowhere. It would be embarrassing for a man to within a relationship to say my wife slapped me. My woman, man, she doing this, that, and the other, whether it's small or big, you know. The most you might get out of a man, just like Amar was saying, man, I came home from work and I asked her to cook me something, and she went off and we'll go and have a beer and that's it, and never speak on it again. But they'll get an outlet to speak on everything because there's always another woman or another man that trying to get in their drawers, gonna listen to them and probably gonna give them some bad advice.
Bad counsel. We got a new call. This forum.
All right.
Let me get this new caller real quick. 7365. 7365. Come on, call. Thank you for holding for so long. I hope you're a male. I'm looking for males only. Caller 736.
Yeah, this is Steve.
Go ahead, Steve. How you doing? Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I just got on here like 10 minutes ago. But I've been listening all but I always want to ask myself, when I be out, I'm a Uber driver, part-time, that's my side job. When I be going around, I'm talking about as far as black women, when I see the majority out, I always see them out angry, they seem like they're angry, they have attitude. I can read myself why they're angry, but I would like to ask why are they angry? Why is our sisters angry all the time?
Well, I'm gonna let somebody.
Is it because there are no good men out here, or what? I mean,
okay, let me ask you a question. Do you consider yourself a good man? Do you?
Of course.
All right, then there are good men out here. So that's not the answer. Maybe they can't see a lot of women out here. The men that they like don't like them. You feel me? And the ones that they like don't like them. Period. That's just how it is. It's like that, and that's frustrating. So I want to let another man answer that question. Why are black women so angry with attitudes? Maybe somebody knows. Somebody can help me out.
Can I try to?
Because they can't get their fantasy picture of a man.
Yeah,
see, black women have a unique.
Okay, hold it.
They have a unique ability of taking an empty frame to a photo and filling it in with a particular type of man. And that particular type of man that they fill in that photo frame don't exist.
Okay. 1652. Come on real quick. 16, then I'll come on down. 1652.
No, this one I want to listen to some of the perspectives from different brothers, because I it's interesting to get the perspective on why women are so angry.
42, 48. Come on, brother Bill. 42. Then I'm gonna let Reb the Barber go.
I don't think that it's just us that they angry at. It's a conglomeration of a lot of stuff, man. And it needs to be talked about because being angry ain't cute. It ain't cute.
Okay. We're gonna hold it right there.
Just
because your thing was breaking up. Let me go to the next one. 6112. Come on, Reb the Barber.
Yeah, that's a good question. But let me answer this question.
Well, if you can't answer, let me go ahead. All right.
No, I can answer because I got a twin sister. I grew up with a twin sister, and first of all, you got females that's going through their what do you call that, PMS. They got different mood swings anytime. You don't know what mood of the month that female is, if she on her period or not. And yes, you got females, they got all types of stuff. She got kids, she always got something on her mind. She she always got a baby daddy that she think that ain't nothing on her mind. You know what I'm saying? She got bills and stuff on her mind. She's dealing with life on her mind. Sometimes, like I agree with the brother, it ain't you. But at the same time, just because you see a female with a certain look on her face don't mean that she's an angry female neither. And another third reason to me is the way that I see brothers approaching females. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing, okay, we don't know their name when we approach them, but at the same time, talking to them the way we talking to them, hey, little mama, all this and that. I mean, a lot of females got some dignity. Let's give that to our sisters too. They do got some dignity about themselves. In some cases, they don't want you blowing a horn at them when they walking down the street. They don't want you to say, hey, little mama, all that type of stuff. But like I say, I think the number one thing, you know, women are different from men. They dealing with a lot of inner emotional things like PMSing. So I believe that would be a lot of reasons why it look like females are angry and some of them is. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it ain't all of them. So let's not sit up there and put that stigma out there about them like it's always angry, mad black women. Nah, every black woman ain't like that.
319.
But this Uber driver come across a lot of females driving out there in public.
Right.
So what are they doing? Are they getting in your car? They're slamming the door? Are they not speaking to you? They're not greeting you? What's your take on them being angry? Is the conversation they're saying that they just don't like men, or what's going on?
He hung up. 319, comment on it. 319. Come on, my brother.
Yeah, like the brother just said, these women have a lot of things on their mind.
You breaking up. It's staticky. Brother, it's static. Look, go ahead. Brother, you got me on Bluetooth because you statically. Take it off Bluetooth and talk right into the phone.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mark. Okay. But like the young man just said, you know, a lot of young ladies have a lot of things on their mind. You know, they carry a lot of weight with the children, like bills, and they want to get out of here and they want to go work. They want to have their equal life, but their equal life is stressful to them. They don't open up and they don't, open up and share it with us. It takes something drastic to happen for them to open up and have that dialogue with us men. Even me being a husband. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, it was a point of time in my life, in my marriage, where my wife was keeping a lot of things away from me because she was concerned about my health. But I had to let her to give her that freeway to understand and feel open to come and talk to me about these things. Let her know, I appreciate you putting my health first, but we got to make it through this thing together. Because what stresses you down will weigh you down, weighs me down, weighs the whole house down. So we have to have some type of understanding and consideration and compassion of the ways of their work that they have to go through. That they don't talk to us because they feel as though we won't understand because they're women. And for some of us men, we the same way when it comes to, going to them, because if we go talk to our wives or our girlfriends about things, we concerned that they're going to come back and throw it in our face and they get mad. So what they cause us to do, they cause us to suppress our feelings, and now we're building this wedge in between communication between us and our spouses.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Go ahead. Let me say this. A brother said this. This sounds interesting. He said blank women, I'm assuming that he said black women are angry because they had to take on two roles when the man was tricked out of the home. That sounds okay.
True.
I think that's
true.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff, man, then triggered that. All that stuff then transcend down to generations.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, look what they have to do now. They have to cover up all of their pain and their insecurities by putting on wigs and makeup and eyelashes and all this stuff. That's a cover up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, remember this here, a lot of men was finessing to a woman's world. We didn't understand these things until we got up in there to be like, man, and then, like I said, I talk to men every day that then committed adultery on their wives. And when they break it down, their reasons of why they committed adultery on their wives, man, all based on the lack of respect, honor, and communication. So if them three elements that I feel a person without my experience, even in my own marriage, should be very critical when a man is going himself.
You're breaking up again,
You're
bro.
breaking up, brother. You breaking up, brother. Bro, okay, just hold it right there. Let me go to the next caller. The Uber driver called back. Come on, Uber driver, 7365. Uber driver. Come on, you call back. 7365.
Yes, it's me.
Yeah, he asked a question, 1652. What was the question you asked him, 1652?
The question is, with your profession, you meet a lot of women because you're out in the public and you pick them up. And what are they doing for you to get this perception of, or to ask the question why they're so angry? Are they getting in the car, slamming the door? Are they getting in the car not saying anything, no greeting, or are they getting in the car just attitude? What's your experience with these different female passengers that you're picking up? Because I want to know if they're actually communicating with you on a personal level, telling you that they're angry and why they're angry.
Okay, here's it is. Yes, I have some of those that they do slamming doors. And yes, I get a lot of, I speak, I speak, I greet, as professionally. Some of them don't speak back, or some of them they just be on their phone, talk on their speaker, and they're not really supposed to be on their speakers on the phone while riding the Uber. And then I had one of them that I asked of, is this particular place you want me to let you off at? And one of them just gave me a nasty tone of voice, like, you should say it on your GPS. It says stay on your GPS. And then they're gonna tap on, bang on my window that's right there. And it is this. I can see why they're angry. I'm not addressing on those type of women, but I do see why they're angry, because some of them, they single parents, they overwhelmed, dealing with kids, even dealing with paying these high daycares and stuff like that. They feel overwhelmed, and some of them don't even have enough energy left, to talk to their kids or spend quality time with their kids when there's no man in the house. Yes, that's a part of the reason why they're angry. Yes, I do understand that.
Well, a lot of that, what you just explained, my brother, is I don't perceive that as necessarily being angry. I think it's the characters that you're picking up, the type of women that you're picking up. Mm-hmm. Because, we all come from different backgrounds and different things, experiences that influence our character and who we are and our values. I wouldn't, I don't know if it's,
when I feel
some of the characteristics that they have, because a lot of women I won't date because.
Well, you got some of the women that are angry to me because they have bad experience with men, and we got some of the women that are taking their frustration on up, like we all like this.
And it ain't just because they got kids or whatever. You got females out here. Matter of fact, my wife ain't got no kids, but people like her and other black females, it's a lot that go on with being a black woman, man. The dating scene, the marriage, the guys dropping the dead bodies, the guys that they like, or the type they like might sleep with him, but he don't want to be with her, and she done been dumped however many times. Then she dealing with stuff. She might have been tampered with as a kid. Most of them got daddy issues. It's a lot going on, man.
That's exactly part of it. Yes, it's daddy issues.
It's a lot going on, man.
It's a lot.
Okay, guys.
I gotta ask, how many women are y'all conversating with a day? You know what I'm saying? To come up with these statistics. I mean, like it's 24 hours in a day. So I would like to know how many women do y'all regularly conversate with that's open about, you know what I'm saying, giving y'all reasons to speak in these cases about the women?
Hold it, Reb. Let me take this call again.
Hey, Reb.
Hold it, y'all. Let me get this call. I think they called once. 4069. 4069. Male only now. Male only.
Come on, bro.
Come on, caller. 40.
I'm just listening because they like. I'm just listening. I was just
okay.
I wanted to say
okay.
I was just listening to guys go telling me. You can come back to me.
Okay, cool. Okay, go ahead.
I want to comment.
Go ahead, Bill.
I want to comment to Red.
Yeah, basically,
I want to make it.
I just want to answer a number.
I want to make it perfectly clear. You know, you have we all might prejudge somebody, and that is a good question that Red brought up. I talked to her. I'm married. Been married for 23 years, and before I was married, I've been out in these streets, and I've had more than my share of women, and I still talk to a lot of different women every day. Not on no hooking up kind of situation, but just on a friendship or getting their opinions and picking their heads, you know. But I see where Reb going with the question, because if you ain't talking to no women, you are stuck in a certain situation or whatever, you really can't. You can only speak broadly or about your own situation, should I say? But that ain't the case right here. And I know Martin personally. He talked to a lot of females.
Mm-hmm. And let me just say this to my opinion on that. Now, I'm gonna be real honest. Now, you have some females do have attitude, black females. Some, not all of them. Not all of them. I mean, some of, like you said, may have father issues. Some may relationship issues and just have given up on life and just angry. You know, a lot of them angry. But because you see a person frowned up or something like that, don't mean they have an attitude. They could be having a bad day. You know, a lot of times we do things unawarely. You know, I'm gonna give y'all, on Halloween, I went to this haunted house, the video. So as I was leaving that, there was a mother, her son and daughter. Look, they couldn't be like 11, 12, something like that. And I said, hey, y'all going to the haunted house, you had to go in that way. So her children immediately went in the direction that I point. And the mother cussed them out. Cussed them out. So I slowly walked because I knew they couldn't go in the way that the mother was trying to take them. So when the mother took them and had to turn around, I know she felt a certain way. I mean, it was just like she was just bitter, mad. And I just spoke in general. I said, hey, you guys going to the haunted house, you had to go in from that way. You know, the children listened to the direction. It ain't like I was trying to lure the children away. I spoke to all of them as a group, as a family. But she had such attitude. Y'all don't be listening to MFs. I mean, it was angry, but felt like a fool when they turned around at that door and she had to go where I told her to go. And I just looked at her. So certain women do have attitudes. They get upset. You know, it's time of the month, things like that. But you're right. I don't deal with them type women. And they don't listen. And when I do deal with them, they won't be around for long when you got a bad attitude with me, because that's too much energy for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm listening.
That sound like character. Some of these women, you got to watch who you're dealing with. It's the character. It's more than just them being angry. It's who they are. So you know, somebody's talking to their kids like that, and you just trying to give them instructions, and you MF and you that. That's somebody that most men don't want to deal with no way. Martin, you're not going to deal with a woman who cusses. That's not your style.
No.
you would call her quote unquote ghetto. That wouldn't be something that you would deal with. Some of us not going to deal with. I mean, just like women have their picks, we have our picks too. So sometimes, you got to deal with the character of the woman. I don't view it as the angry. I just, she's just not the character for me. So let me, leave her alone and move on to the next one.
Yeah, and I mean, and as a character, see, Martin and I, we haven't been able to meet personally yet. Hopefully, we will down the road. But Martin knows my character. So there's too many stories, I've been open and honest, stating my faults as well. Okay, I mean, one show in particular, he didn't know it was going to go that way. We was talking about tampering with children. And I fessed completely and told my whole story thereof. And it brought such a dynamic of other people doing it too. And I said, see, that's what we need to do. Communicate on common ground, because a lot of us need healing. Now, on the same token with the women, he knows about a woman I was married to, had a teenage son. I was like, look, you need to come down here and live with us. I'm in the Army. I'm, all of that. He tested the water. He got 5 pieces of lead up in him. It took that for him to wake up and, I think I'm going to have to, you almost lost your life in these streets. But you need to know. Now, when you come into the House of Sarge, there are rules and regulations that you will go by. Now, I don't care what you did at the grandmama house in Chicago. What you going to do here ain't going to be nothing like that, see. There's going to be order in my house. See, now when you come at a number of black women, not all, but a number of black women with that energy, it doesn't work out, because you have so many black households that have no order, they're completely dysfunctional, and there's no accountability for anyone's actions. See, you're going to come in my household, you're accountable for what you do. You're not going to be allowed to say the dog ate my homework for a whole semester. I'm not having it. If you did it, you. Don't use they, you. You in control of you and your actions. And with the women, well, he did. Am I him? No, but I'm just saying, you don't need to just say, I'm not him, I'm me. Deal with me.
Right.
Not the hymns of your past.
Let me say to people, and I just want to ask a question that we all get on common ground, that what are you guys' thoughts, overall opinion of our discussion tonight? I'm going to start at 16. We're going to close it. I'm going to let you say your closing comments. Do you think this was a helpful dialogue? Did we could have done better? Somebody just give me your opinion. 1652, I'm going to start with you. It's going to be the close. This is going to be your last comment. So you make it.
As I said when I first called in, it's a space for men, for the brothers tonight. And I like the fact that you did men only. So it's good when the brothers can come along with different opinions, different perspectives, different experiences in life. And you're not judged, you just put it out there, and we learn from each other. We expound from each other. So it's a good space. I thought tonight went very, very well, and I think we got to have more of these discussions. It's a discussion. I think we should have more of these, Brother Mark.
Oh, thank you. 912, Sarge, go ahead. What's your closing thoughts of this whole
barbershop talk online? So women can hear what we talk about at the barbershop.
Okay. All right. Eric
That's
code,
it.
Okay, Eric code 630. What's your take of this conversation we had here today?
I think it's a good conversation. Like I said earlier, we as black men don't have an outlet to talk about situations, relationships. We have to hold a lot of stuff to our chest, and of course, it's gonna be good for a lot of people. The thing of it is when you do it for the women, which I'm sure you will, and when we can all come together and heal each other.
Mm-hmm. Agree. Good. Okay, Reb the Barber, go ahead. Your closing comments about overall thoughts and opinions of this discussion tonight. What's your thoughts of it?
I can appreciate, Mark, the fact, as always, that you do is giving us an open dialogue on your platform. That being said, I question the way we went about the dialogue. I question it. My reasoning is I believe that we don't have enough science tonight. I think a lot of good things are said, but I think we don't have enough science to be able to speak on the behalf of why women. The reason why is because I heard more negative when there's a lot of positive about women out there from my experience, let alone, you know what I'm saying, just my dialogue with females.
Let me ask you a question. What was negative?
We spent a lot of time on the flaws of our and I would say we speaking in this perspective of our black women, we spoke a lot of negative, and a lot of those negative things that we spoke on as I was listening. For instance, their hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if you say hello to a female and she don't respond, you know, it ain't always because she's hurting, she's negative. Sometimes she's focused. She's focused on something in her life that's more important than a man. Just like not saying she don't need a man, just sometimes every female knows deep down she need a man, but some females done seen so much, she got used to this word, bullshit in the representation of men, that they just want to focus on some other things other than somebody coming up inside of her, because that's what most niggas think today. You know, so I don't want to think that the dialogue of our conversation is based on the negative only. I want to think about the positive things. You know, even if we feeling like we getting negative vibes from our women, you know what I'm saying? Know that sometimes it's on the positive level of why it helps us have an analyze about ourselves as men. You know what I'm saying? That we may be able to build a relationship with our women.
Well, listen.
I think it was a discussion tonight. There's no right or wrong. It was a discussion, and I think the Uber driver was giving his experiences. So I don't know if we should tag it with negative or positive, but he was giving what he experienced, and I think all of us was responding with an open conversation about how we feel. So we were opening up, but it's not this person was right or this person was wrong, but
I'm not saying y'all right or wrong. I'm just saying that it was a lot of negative. That's why I asked the question: how many females do y'all talk to a day? Y'all must run either into a lot of bad females, or y'all don't know how to have dialogue with females, one or the other. Because I felt there was a lot of negative. Not to say it was wrong. I just felt that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I know I can sit up there and have a conversation with a female, and it turns out all right. I can respect the female. I ain't got to sit up there and look at her. And yeah, you can look at her views, but I could dialogue with a female and speak about God to a female, open up her mind. I can make a female wonder. That's why I have chosen to do with myself in my conversations with females. I can inspire, you know what I'm saying? And from my conversation with most females, and a lot of my females, I have best friend females. You know what I'm saying? They are on the right mindset. So my view of females is kind of positive along with some negatives. I'm not saying negatives ain't there. But in the dialogue today, if I was the females and Mark gave a conversation, yeah, you're going to find tomorrow night, you know what I'm saying, a lot of negative if Mark decide to give the females that thing. So then that's going to lead us back, if we listen in, lead us back to us. And instead of us getting offended by it, because a lot of females, they listen in, they offended.
Well, they're gonna be offended, brother. Listen, let me say something, Rev.
Yeah, but
they're gonna, Rev. They're gonna listen. This is about men only. This is how we feel. This is our opinion, whether if it's negative or positive. This is our opinion. Now, what they think, I ask them. They don't have to be on here. I'm looking for men only. I wouldn't even accept no calls. This dialogue is for men. It's not for women, whether they hear it or not. I can care less what they think of us. I'm being honest with you. This is a man dialogue, and we're talking about men issues. These are things that we see. Strong black women, independent. You know, these things that, listen, we got to talk this out, brother. Listen.
And that's negative. That's negative. What you gonna answer with?
Now, for instance, let me ask that Uber driver. How many in a percentage? How many?
Come on, Rev. Come on, man. You know how they do. Just about from the conversation, you know how they do, Rock, man.
No, I just want to know from the Uber driver, how many positive females do he running through compared to the negative females? Because he said slamming his door, don't want to speak to him. I mean, everything he's seen was negative females getting in his car. How many positive females he seen get in his car? How often do he run?
But he had a legitimate question.
I have a lot of positive females as well.
Hey, hello.
Right.
Hey,
that's what I wanted to hear, because you talked mostly about the negative females.
Okay.
I really want to respond.
Okay, come on, y'all. Gonna make it go another 10 minutes. Come on, go ahead.
I really want to respond because, first of all, it's Martin's platform, and he threw something up in the air, and it's a man's opinion. This, like I said, this way a guy could vent, and you heard me. I heard two other people say, "I love my black women." You know, we can sit up and him for Ram. I think I got a winner. I put mine up against anybody, but she got make me feel some kind of way sometimes, and I think I can speak for a lot of men, a lot of situations, because I think I'm that guy. I've always been one of those guys. I've been with my wife 23 years, but I'm 62 years old, and I've been around the block. So, of course, they beautiful. I love my wife. I love women, period. But it ain't all roses, man. We can have another forum and talk about the best part of them, because I can hold you up on that one too. But this my platform, man. And I got my opinion, but you have your opinion too, Reb.
Mm-hmm.
And he started off reading a comment from a woman named Juanita who said she doesn't need a man. And that's where we started from that, where we second from that. But the women have negative opinions about the men. But all we did was
exactly,
and we didn't have any, I guess there was no right or wrong. But you know, it's a space for us, for the brothers to discuss.
Yeah, because I mean,
I bet you ain't hear one thing. I bet you ain't heard one brother on here say, call them out of their name or say they ain't shit.
No, we didn't say that on here.
Hello.
We didn't say that.
We said
not one.
You don't hear brothers saying we don't need them. We need them.
Yeah, we need them. All right, hold on. Let me go to 319. That brother been waiting patiently. Come on, my brother. 319.
I'm going to agree. I'm just going to stay on the same page with the brother that just got to speaking, that's been married for 23 years. You know, it's not always roses over here being married, but it's the challenge that comes along with healing through. I'm just going to speak for myself.
You're breaking up again, brother. Oh Lord, you getting good, brother. Take it off. You was getting good. You start breaking up again. Lord have mercy. You still breaking up, brother. Devil don't want you to say that, what you want to say. You got to be saying something. No, you don't. Listen, do me a favor, brother. Won't you hang up and call right back? I'll text you. Just hang up and call right back. I'll take your comment. Just hang up, so clear your line up or something. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to Levante. Go ahead, my brother. 4069. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to add in from the Uber driver that was talking,
Okay.
because I'm a I'm not an Uber driver, but I'm a cab driver / limousine driver.
Okay.
I drove limousine 22 years, and I drove taxi cabs about 15 years. And there's a difference between picking up black sisters and white sisters. I'd rather pick up white girls. Why do I rather pick up white girls? Because white girls, they're gonna respect me. They're not gonna disrespect me. I have picked up cabs. I drove for Sure Way Taxi on the west side of Chicago. Man, I have had to stay in the street with women in my car for 45 minutes. I called the police. She won't get out the car. She's so disrespectful that it just don't make no sense. I'm in the middle of the street so the police can come and get her and save me and her. And the police driving past me and her laughing. So I never been through that with a white lady.
Okay.
I done been with the women in the car with women have happy stick. And she so have happy stick. She done, just tore my car up, wasted all kind of pickles and all kind of stuff in my car. Just threw it all kind of around. I never had that with white people in the limousine. I never had people disrespect me like that. So it is a class of people that you can pick up that's gonna respect. I'm not gonna say all my black people like that, because I have picked some black people up in the limousine business that knew how to ride in the limousine and was kind and considerate like the next person. So I'm not gonna say it's a race thing. I'm gonna say it's a household thing where you got to be properly taught how to do proper things when you're taking care of business, how you treat people, and how to maintain your thought that you may be mad at whatever the world is. That ain't got nothing to do with the business that you're going into, trying to get into and try for a service that's trying to, cater to you and take care of some business. You can't disrespect those people. You got to know how to separate those two lives. And a lot of us don't know how to separate those two lives. And a brother was keep saying about why, he said about this, about men we bash black women or whoop up the dam and this and that. I have never bashed black women. So the only thing I spoke about a black woman because I have a mother, I have sisters, grandmothers, and aunties that I love. So I'm not gonna bash them like I'm telling the world that all of them is bad. My mother got 3 kids, all us by the same kid. So I didn't go through what a lot of other men went through. My mom and daddy was together, so I didn't want for nothing growing up. I don't know what that is, but I had a real grandmother and a grandfather. My real grandmother and grandfather was together. They owned a home in Inglewood. So I didn't go through the average thing that a lot of single parent kids went through. So me and them don't mix. We not the same. My daddy had to tell me that. I used to date women that they come from single households. Man, you ain't raised the same. You don't know what sacrifice is. See, I grew up in a household with a mother and a father that sacrificed to be together. And they told me this and told me this. Also a grandmother and a grandfather. So I'm gonna have a certain concept built in my heart when I deal with people in relationships. You're not gonna have that because you're used to somebody just saying, "Oh, I can quit at any given time." See, somebody told me I can't get on the horse or start a race and win a race. You can't change horses in the middle of the race. So what I'm gonna get divorced for? I can't do that. That's a no. Ain't no win in that. But see, everybody ain't been taught that by example. You got to be taught that by example. Or how can you have that in when that's all you look around and see is a bunch of, like I grew up in the project. Even though my mother and father was together. And majority of my friends, they come from single households. So that's all they saw. Me and my sister and them, it's 3 of us. We got 3 kids apiece. I got 1 daughter, she got 1 daughter, other one got 1 daughter. Why? Because we was taught that you don't have kids that you can't take care of. But see, everybody want to talk that about 2 individual people. That it takes time and things to mold these babies. You can't just expect a baby to act kind, considerate, and courteous. And that's just see two original parents acting that way. And that's what the other races see. They get to see they real people act like that. See, y'all just want us to act like that off of, it's just supposed to be naturally in us. That don't happen. That's like a program. That was programmed into me. That wasn't given to me. I didn't learn that in no school. I got that from my home. I got that from my upbringing. Now you see what I'm saying? So don't say that. I'm not going to say that everybody bad, but I'm going to say, yes, a lot of bad people made a lot of bad decisions in 1968. And my mother told me, this ain't just somebody told me that.
How many times you
my mother told
Levante, how many times you going to say that, bro?
Women call me.
How many times?
I'm just saying. I'm going to say it to their admit they downfall, because that's what got my babies dying. They ain't told my baby that. They ain't told my baby that his grandfather owned everything before they stepped in and said they could do it on their own. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying it. Maybe you didn't have that, but I had that. So I'm going to keep preaching because my baby died. If you die, they died, partner.
I raised with both parents.
I feel some type of way about when people lie and they ain't telling the truth out here. And I know the truth, and I'm a preacher.
It's not.
You know this.
It's not a matter. It's not a matter of they're not telling the truth. They're misinformed. Some people don't know.
Exactly.
They're misinformed. So you can't just say, you just can't say they're not telling the truth. A lot of people are grossly misinformed. They don't know, brother.
There you go. I ain't mad at you on that. You're right. You're correct. I ain't saying right.
Okay, we're good.
Right.
Let's go to that Uber driver. Yes,
right.
sir. And let's go to that Uber driver. Come on, Uber driver. Then I'm going to my brother last. Uber driver. Come on, brother. 7365. Steve, I think South
Yes,
Holland.
I'm here.
Go ahead, Steve. So what's your overall take of the show today?
Yeah, I believe this is good. I think this is the way to refresh ourselves for how we can move forward, other to get us men, to respect women and get our black women to respect us. And more importantly, we need us black men, we need to open our minds to our young brothers to teach them how to respect women. Because there are a lot of young black men today that don't know, have no regards, never been trained on how to respect women at all.
I agree.
So we need to train. We need to train. There are a lot of women are dating these weak men that have no father materials, that have no sense of home train, that have no tools on how to be a man of the house. That's what's missing in our black community. Period.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So that's all I have.
Thank you. 319. I'm in it with you. Come on, my brother. Come on, brother. I hope I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Man, we hear you so clear.
Am I breaking up now?
No, you sounding so good. Just breaking up, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
But as we all is on the same page, and as the young man just said, house structure is very important. A lot of us didn't come from structure. Even if we had both parents in the household, like you said, we was misinformed on a lot of issues and conversation that wasn't had in the house about how to be a man, and watching your father to be submissive and vulnerable to your mother, and your mother being open and free to be submissive and vulnerable to your father. I didn't see that coming up. I came up in through both of my parents. So when it took me to get married to really understand how important structure was, and it came along with experience by failing at things as being a husband, and me having putting God first and asking God to give me understanding and wisdom to be that man that I was called to be. Like I informed you earlier, there wasn't no criteria when I became a husband of what is it like to be a husband living with a sickness. So all this came on by trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned from my trial and errors. I didn't give in to it, and I thank my wife to this day, saying, because she didn't treat me as I was sick.
I had to learn and with the trials and errors with her. So, Martin, I thank you for this dialogue tonight. You know what I'm saying? Even though I do it Thursday nights, but I do it. God has me working with men with dealing with divorces. And mind you, I ain't never been in divorce. I ain't never had to experience what a divorce is like. But I'm dealing with men and talking with men that have been divorced. And they've been carrying this weight around with them for years of guilt. So I give you your props, man. I can, kudos to what you're doing. Hope that we can continue on this here on a weekly basis because this is what it started at with us as men. Is being able to be open and transparent with one another without bashing one another.
Right. Let me
putting one another down, telling one another they wrong and they right.
Right.
Because there's no right or wrong to this walk.
Right. Now let me just say this. I want to say too, I thank you men for calling in. The scripture says that iron sharpens iron, people. And we got all types of people walk of life on this live right now. Some of you guys I know personally. I know what you do. I know you're living. And trust me, we all are speaking from our own different perspective, and anybody know me, I'm not a woman basher. I'm not a woman hater. I congratulate women all the time. I tell them I'm not a hater. But there has to be a line drawn. We have to tell our women in love. We have to show them in love. Hey, as men, that word strong, independent black woman, that's offensive to us. Now, I know a lot of us, we don't want to upset our household and we don't want to, I understand that, but it got to be told. It has to be told. It has to be told, people. In order to solve a problem, we have to ask questions. Why? Why is this? Why is that? So we're looking for solutions, brother, on how to deal with women. Those of us that marry or desire marriage or have been married and divorced, we need to know. And we have to, some things that in life, we question life. And both of you married guys said on here, said that, hey, our marriage have not been all peaches. And we know that. And I love when I hear people stand up and say, I've been married 24 years, 20 years, 15 years. That's a good thing. But when you really say, hey, but it hasn't been all peaches and creams, and you know what? That's expected. And we thank you for the honesty. Because you know what? Some young person probably been married for 2 or 3 years, and right now they're thinking about getting out of it. But by them listening to us, those that's married on here, it give them hope. Well, you know what? That brother been married 24 years. He been married 23 years, and they still together. The brother with sickness. Maybe we can stick this out. So this is a learning experience. And it's going to be some things on here that women hear that they don't like. But this is men only. They had an option to bail out of this life. I appreciate the women, but we talking men. This is men talk. And we don't have circles like this. We're not talking about oral sex. We're not talking about a woman getting wet and all that. We're talking about real life issues. It's not a compare notes or sexual notes, none of that. We're not comparing it like that. This is real. So I enjoyed this conversation. I've learned some things. I'm always learning. I'm a great student. I love to listen. So by any means, this is not to bash no black woman. I love black women. I love being black. So if women got offended, I'm sorry y'all got offended, but this is our truth and this is our opinion, and we have a right for our opinion. These are black men. We're talking to each other so we can be great and be better husbands, better leaders, future leaders. We need that. We know it's a certain way that our women look at us. It's a certain respect that we must get through our women. Some of our women are not respecting us because we don't make more money than them. We can't buy their love. They feel like they can do better and get better. But at the end of the day, listen, some men just want to play. They don't want to stay. They just want to play. And we know that. Yeah, they'll screw our wives and our ex-wives and all that. But how long you gonna hang in there with them? Are you gonna pay that mortgage? Are you gonna pay that car note? Are you gonna be there? You can't go to no clubs now. So it's a lot of sacrifice on both ends. I appreciate the men for being on here telling the truth. Reb, I thank you. Bill and my other buddy and the Uber driver and the young man that got the cerebral palsy. Thank you guys. And this program is not to tie down black women. It's to uplift them, let them know. And I hope women took notes to listen. This is not stage. I didn't ask nobody to come on this live personally. I invited everybody, whoever wanted to come on. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, people. We've been on here 2 hours and 35 minutes. A lot of us got to work tomorrow. And Bill, make sure you tell your wife I said happy birthday, because I know she's big.
Happy birthday, wife.
Yeah,
she listens, I'm sure.
Yeah, she listens.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Sharice Wright, happy birthday to you. Many more to you. Peace and blessings to you. So, and listen, Bill's wife is on here too. And he's open. He's open. His wife is on here.
I'm sure she is.
Yeah.
Is she? You can see her?
Now, I don't know if she's on here now. I didn't even look. You know, I didn't even look. I'm so busy to the thing. But she was on here early. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, man. That's it. Anything else, y'all? I'm out of here.
All right.
All right. Good
Peace.
night, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. What is it?
Live,
uncut,
unedited.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
And I
love being black.
All right, people. Talk to you. Thank you for coming on. End stream.